hello out there. This is Uncle Yab, and we're gabbing with Yab. Today, my topic is how to raise successful kids. A lot of times, we out here as kids and also parents, we want to do what's right for our kids and things like that. I have a few kids myself, 5 to be exact. I got 5 girls, and it's hard trying to raise them. Especially I have 2 that I'm raising myself or raising with their mother, and I have 3 other older daughters from a previous marriage. So it's definitely hard. It's definitely hard. But I think I have a few secrets and some topics as well on how to raise successful kids. Now, it all depends on what you want to do with them. My motto is, and I always have said, that kids, they crave discipline. You gotta teach your kids right from wrong. You have to. Parents out there, whether you married or you're single, you gotta have that discipline instilled in your kids. They want to learn from you. They're a sponge, and they want to take in everything that you want to give them. Now, I have a few topics that I want to talk about today as far as how to raise successful kids. Number 1, make the best out of the neighborhood that you can afford. Okay? Move to a better neighborhood if you can afford it. Now, that's up to you guys. If you can afford it, you can. If not, then make the best of where you are. A neighborhood is important to your kid and the foundation. You want to surround your kids with positive influences so they can flourish. You want to make sure they have the best opportunity to do what is necessary to succeed in life, whether that be first grade, second grade, on up to high school. You want to surround them with positive influence. Number 2, become more happier yourself. As far as us parents and mothers and fathers, make sure that you're happy. Don't bring negativity or don't bring stressful situations to your kids, because they see that and they may in turn, take it out on themselves, take it out on what they're doing. So you want to always look at your child in a better light. You want to make sure you're happy. So if you're happy, your kid's happy. That's what I always say, happy kid, happy life. It can be done. You got to make sure it's done. You always want to nourish your kids. As long as you feed your kids positive nourishment, just like a flower, just like anything else, they'll grow. Okay, number 3, make them do chores. A lot of times we don't do that, you guys. But I want to let you know that I make my kids do chores when I bring them down to my house and they stay with me over the weekend. The one thing I have them do is make their bed. Always make their bed before they leave and give them a sense of responsibility. Once again, kids crave discipline, so you want to make sure that you give it to them. Because 2 young kids, 8, 9, 10-year-olds, they can't teach each other nothing. They can't teach each other anything, so they're leaning on the parents. And one thing I always say, it's tough for a parent to be a parent. My opinion, you don't want to be their friend. It's hard to be a kid's friend because you still want to be a parent and you still want the respect from them. A lot of times kids can't differentiate between parenting and being a friend. And you definitely don't want that. So you want to let them know as much as you can and in a good manner that you can come to me, you can talk to me, you can tell me anything, but I'm still your parent, I'm still your mother, I'm still your father, and you have to do what I say. Okay? I understand kids have an opinion, but once again, I always go back to this. They crave discipline. So you have to teach them the right way. Have you guys ever heard this saying, each one teach one? Well, that's what I'm preaching today. You got to let them, you got to learn, you got to teach them. And if you don't teach them, they're going to go astray. And they learn from the home. They learn from inside of the house. Don't ever give your kids up to the schools, judges, principals, police officers, I just don't think that's a good thing to do. Kids learn from in the home. And what better role models they have already in the home in their mother and their father. Okay, number 4. Make kids read and learn math early. Okay, this is a big thing that I had problems in, which is math, and I had definitely a problem with math. But I'm good at English. I'm good at reading. So you want to get your kids started early, because the earlier you get them started, the more into it they will be. Because a lot of times math is a lot hard for the average person. I mean, if you're good at math, then good on you. But I know me being a kid, I struggled with math, but I was really good at English and things like that, science and history. I definitely like doing my English papers and things like that. But I wasn't good at math, so I'm not going to BS you guys about it. Math just wasn't my subject. But like I said, if you get into your kids early, they probably will have more success at it. And you just have to just take my advice for it and follow your own heart as far as that's concerned. But you definitely want to get them early in reading and doing mathematics. Number 5, set high expectations. Now, you can do this one or two ways. You can sit your kids down, let them know what you expect from them from day to day. And that may consist of coming in after school, doing their homework, doing their chores, and then maybe watching a little TV or playing a game. But you definitely have to set expectations and goals for them. Let them know that you expect an A all through school, all through high school, and all through grade school. So let them aim high because you expect it. And once again, like I said, you guys, kids crave discipline. So they're looking up to you guys. They're looking up to the moms and dads out there. So 9 times out of 10, a kid will strive to do that. And they will abide by those high expectations that you're setting for them. And definitely the one thing you want to do is make sure you set high expectations on grade levels. Do the best you can, kids, and you tell them that. Studying, good habits for doing your homework and things like that, that translate into expectations set, high expectations met, your goals being smashed and heading to the next level. And that's what you want to do. Kids are definitely listen to you if you're doing the right thing yourself. Number 6, you want to praise your kid correctly. Now, the way I look at this is you want to correct your kids in private and you want to praise them in public, because a lot of times people don't want to be embarrassed. I know when I was a kid, that's the last thing I wanted to do for my mom or dad to embarrass me, and that just wasn't a good feeling. And right now I'm like that to the day. I just don't like to be embarrassed. And just think about that for a kid. Think about that for a 5, 6, 7-year-old, even teenagers. They don't want to be embarrassed. So if they do a good thing or do something good, you praise them right there on the spot. And if you see something that they're doing bad, if they're in front of their peers, in front of their friends, you don't really want to do that because you don't want the kid to take a step back from you. You always want them to come to you. You don't want them to feel embarrassed, or my mom or dad will embarrass me in front of my friends. You don't ever want that to happen. So what you want to do is if you see anything negative that they're doing, anything they're doing wrong, you put them to the side, talk to them at dinner, talk to them in their room and say, hey, what you did was wrong. I didn't like that. And you tell them why. You make them understand why you didn't like the choices that they made or something that they said or the way they treated somebody. Kids are a reflection of us. So we have to stand up and be accountable for it. Kids are what we make. And you definitely have to set a good example. And I hope you guys listen to what I'm saying today and take heed to it. And just I'm letting you know that this is my opinion on different things. And I'm always coming to you guys on my podcast because I have something to say. And all my friends and family out there know who I am and know what I stand for. And I'm always trying to be positive and talking in a positive way. Once again, this is my episode on how to raise successful kids. This is my next podcast. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.